Is no business like show, business like no business I know.
The Mario song made me happy earlier, and this is making me even more happy. And joining me this evening is Joshua. Good evening.
Hello, good evening, Jen. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I love your energy. I want whatever you're having.
Just plenty of sleep and coffee. They're the only secrets.
And the sunshine. I do think everybody is feeling a lot more awake and perky today because we've had this lovely weather in the sun.
It's been so lovely today. Yeah, definitely.
Have you managed to get out and enjoy it at all?
You know, I have. I've spent most of my day outside enjoying the sun, drinking my tea. It's been
amazing.
Lovely.
So you're very caffeinated from the tea.
Yeah, very much so. Very much so.
It's like I can smell colours. I've had that many.
They're all blending into one colour.
So we're going to talk all things theatre and showbiz with you this evening. So what is your first choice? What has been capturing your imagination?
Yeah, well, obviously, at the minute, we're still in lockdown. Theatres are still not open. So I wanted to talk to everybody about another great free alternative that they can get involved with online, and that's from Cirque du Soleil. Now, for anybody who doesn't know, Cirque du Soleil was founded back in 1968, and it's the largest contemporary circus producer in the world. And normally, they tour all around the globe, showcasing their circus acts through like a storytelling medium, and they've been wowing audiences for decades. And obviously, because of the pandemic, they've not been able to do this, but they're offering 60-minute specials that they've released on their YouTube channel. And they feature some of the best routines from across their vast repertoire of circus performances from venues all over the world. I was actually able to see them perform in Madison Square Garden in New York City in 2010. Wow. And it was absolutely amazing. Some of the things that they do and the tricks and the acrobatics are amazing. So if you fancy something a bit different to a play or a musical, then head over to their YouTube channel, Cirque du Soleil, and check them out.
Amazing. I think I've seen them twice. I was fortunate enough to see them once at the Royal Albert Hall in London, and then I saw them once at the Motorpoint Arena in Nottingham. I think that was about 2 or 3 years ago. I took my sister, and because they have different themes each time, don't they? And the one that we saw was when it was all like insects. It was all insects and different bugs and creepy crawlies and things that they were all acting as. So you had like little ants and things. You had one that was like a beautiful butterfly and a caterpillar, and obviously they have like the comic sections in the middle. But then you have these really graceful, beautiful acrobats. And as you say, a lot of it is jaw-dropping, isn't it? And trying to figure out how on earth they've done that.
I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they get their bodies into those shapes and stuff. It's absolutely incredible.
And that's the thing, it's nice to be able to watch it online because we are all desperate to go and see something live, but that is enough to kind of hold us over in the meantime. And what else has been capturing your imagination recently?
Well, like you say, we are still all, remote at the moment and theatres aren't open, but it's very exciting because slowly but surely, West End theatres and shows are slowly letting us know when they're going to be reopening. And so I've got 4 that I wanted to share with you that we found out about quite recently. So the first one is Tina. This is a jukebox musical, obviously all about Tina Turner and her life from her beginnings in Tennessee up to being the big rock and roll star that she is. It's going to be reopening on the 24th of June at the Old Witch Theatre, so that's brilliant and exciting. There's also The Prince of Egypt, based on the 1998 animated film of the same name, opening on the 1st of July at the Dominion Theatre. And then there's these 2 brand new musicals, which are always exciting. The first one is Back to the Future. Do you remember that 1985 film?
Oh, that would be great fun.
Traveling DeLorean. Well, it was originally previewing at the Manchester Opera House, and it was actually the last musical I saw before the first lockdown. But it's finally arriving in London, and honestly, the special effects alone are reason enough to see the show.
I should imagine the wardrobe is amazing as well, with all of the 80s outfits.
Exactly, yeah, the wardrobe's amazing, and, they have the full-size time-traveling DeLorean, which is
incredible.
Amazing. Exactly. And then finally, one that I think will be popular with everybody, is that finally we're getting Frozen on the 27th of August at the Theatre Royal on Drury Lane. Obviously, it had a hugely successful run on Broadway. finally coming over to the West End. I mean, with all Disney stage shows, there's obviously some differences between the film and the show. However, everybody's favourite is still there, Let It Go. So
I bet parents can't wait.
I can imagine.
It's going to be like, we've just stopped them watching it on telly and now they're going to be loving it again.
Now they're going to see it live on stage.
But you just know there's going to be all the kids going in the outfits and things, and it's going to be adorable. It's something that they're going to love. And I always think if it's something to get kids into theatre and into the arts, it can only be a good thing.
Exactly. It can only be a good thing. And I think that it'll be a really nice family outing. And as you can see, there really is something for everybody coming up in the West End.
And I'm very excited by your third choice, Within the Heights, because I saw a trailer for this. I think I'd gone to go and see Cats at the cinema. This was ages ago, before lockdown, and they showed a trailer, and I've been waiting for it ever since.
Yeah, so in the Heights, over the last couple of weeks, we've actually been treated to quite a lot of new stuff. We've had some new posters, 2 new trailers, and that's all because of a now earlier release date of the 25th of June. So originally, the new film was due for release back in June 2020, which is why you probably saw the trailer when you went to see Cats. But obviously it was then pushed back due to the pandemic. We were originally told the new release date would be the 30th of July this year, so to get it a month sooner is really exciting. But again, for anybody who doesn't know what it is, the story is basically set over the course of 3 days, and it involves characters in the largely Dominican neighborhood of Washington Heights in New York City. The leading character, Usnavi, he's a first-generation Dominican-American corner bodega owner, and his friends and family are dealing with the pressures of rising rents and closing businesses, something that I think we're all probably familiar with. And as one family struggles to figure out how to pay for an Ivy League tuition for their hardworking daughter, there's a young woman trying to put a deposit down on an apartment, and actually Usnavi himself is trying to get back to the Dominican Republic to reconnect with his roots after the death of his parents. So it's such a revolutionary musical because it combines these Latin rhythms and dances with hip-hop lyrics, and actually it helped earn Lin-Manuel Miranda not just his first but 5 Tony Awards. So the fact that we're now getting a film version is so exciting.
Because for anyone who doesn't know, Lin-Manuel, he's the one from Hamilton and was responsible for Hamilton, which is also on Disney Plus as well. So obviously he is a huge name. And I only found out recently that he was responsible for all the songs in Moana, which is one of my favourite Disney films. And now when I listen back to it, it's so obvious it's him. When you listen to You're Welcome and things from that, you can just tell it's Lin-Manuel. Yet I somehow didn't figure it out.
It's so, but I say, now that you know his style, you suddenly see it everywhere because he's done so much. I think he's got quite a lot more in the pipe work too.
So fingers crossed. Well, thank you so much for joining me this evening. Loads to look forward to. I can't wait until I get to go to the theatre again. I think one of the last things I actually saw in the theatre was one of the last showings of Company before it finished in London.
I love Company.
I was so glad I managed to see it. It was amazing. But as a kid, I used to love going to see Starlight Express and Cats and all of that. So yeah, it's right up my street. So fingers crossed we'll get to go and see something else soon. And I might even go and see Frozen.
Oh my gosh, I think you have to. Just for the experience of all the kids enjoying themselves.
And me, absolutely me. I will be joining in and singing along as well. You can guarantee it. Well, thank you so much, Joshua. Have a wonderful evening and enjoy the sunshine again tomorrow because it sounds like we're going to get another lovely day.
You too. Thank you so much for having me on. Speak to you again soon.